Hi, I'm Angela Godwin. Joining me today is my guest, Dr. Ryan Wersal. He is an aquatic plant scientist and technical expert with Lonza. Ryan, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for being here.
Now, Lonza, so what are Lonza's expertise in the area of aquatic plants?
Well, Lonza is a global leader in water treatment products overall. Within surface water, the market segment that I'm in, we supply products specifically for aquatic plant and algae control in lakes, reservoirs, ponds, irrigation canals, industrial ponds. Really anywhere surface water exists that has a problem with plants and algae, we have a product that will fit a customer's needs.
So what kind of research and development do you do here at the facility?
In this particular facility, the aquatic plant research facility, and then the lab facilities that we have next door, we do a lot of new product development for problems that customers are seeing in the field, but we also do projects and research to develop new use patterns for our existing products to make our products work better, more effectively in the field for our customers.
Now, speaking of which, talk about problems that your customers are having. What are some of the biggest challenges you think that municipalities are having when it comes to aquatic plant species?
With respect to municipalities, they are actually managing both the water outside in the reservoir, but they're also managing the water when they bring it into the plant and clean it up for customer use. So the problems that we see municipalities dealing with out in the reservoirs and the ponds and where they're bringing the water in are vascular plants. Now these particular plants can uproot or float and get lodged in the water intakes or get lodged on the grates and clog them. So when you get that sort of situation, then you have to shut the plant down. You can't bring any more water, you can't deliver water to your customers, and it really causes a problem for not only the manager, but also for the people that are relying on that water. The other problem that we see an increase over the past several years are harmful algal blooms. So algae species, cyanobacteria species that cause toxins that can be toxic to human beings or fish or other animals, and also taste and odor compounds. And the taste and odor compounds are such a big deal because they're so potent that people can detect them in their drinking water from their faucet at 5 parts per trillion. So at very, very low levels, it takes a little bit of the taste and odor compound to cause a big problem in the delivery system for the water treatment plant.
So what are some of the options that they have at their disposal? What can they do?
So with respect to harmful algal blooms, Lonza has a unique test, what we call the Algal Challenge test. So we work with cooperators, we work with the customer, the applicator, and we actually get a sample of the customer's problem. So the key thing to start all this to be successful is we have to understand what the problem is. What is the target? What's causing the problem? And then we run an algal challenge test, which is a replicated test using their algae, their source water, and we submit it all through a barrage of tests with products, with rates, concentrations, and at the end we get what worked best. We have a prescriptive recommendation for that particular customer's problem in their water. So we have a really good idea of when we make this recommendation, it's going to work in the field.
Excellent, excellent. And I think you have a really interesting case study that's available now on Lake Hartwell, South Carolina, where this was done.
Yeah, a few years back, Lake Hartwell in South Carolina had a problem with a benthic algae species, and it was causing taste and odor issues for the Anderson drinking water plant. And when they were pulling the water in, they couldn't get the taste and odor compounds out, and they were getting complaints from the water users that their water tasted like dirt and it smelled real bad. So they came to Lonza, and working with Lonza and our cooperators and Anderson, we did the Algal Challenge test. We got them a prescription, and they've been using it now for 2 years, and it seems to be working to keep their water clean, and their customers are happy.
Excellent. Well, Dr. Wersal, thank you very much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. Wish you all the best of luck going forward.
Thank you.
And for those of you watching, if you want to learn more about that Lake Hartwell, South Carolina case study, please download the white paper. For Water World Magazine, I'm Angela Godwin.